welcome to a Carolina Panthers rebuild today. I plan on doing this in a couple parts. It's going to be the same typical. Um, Try to have it done within 3 seasons, but if it goes to five, so be it. So my experience with the Carolina Panthers is when I first started watching the Carolina Panthers, it was because Cam Newton was the guy who got me into football. He was my favorite football player. Um, I'm not a Carolina Panthers fan though, but I just want to say that that's my experience with the Carolina Panthers. I'm still a Detroit Lions fan, but Cam Newton is the reason I got into football in 2011. So I'm gonna say that I have some respect for this organization, and I plan on doing the rebuild in a span of hopefully 3 seasons. We make the playoffs. So basically, we'll rebuild the team. The first year is going to be a void year. Whatever happens, happens. We'll just see how the team I make performs. And then part two of the rebuild, which I will make episode two after this, will be doing that. That's just a quick basis. I'm kind of just mapping it out in my head how I want to go about it. Um, but yeah. All right, settings. Private. Yep. 15-minute quarters. All Madden. Yada yada yada. Da 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 da. I'll limit myself so it doesn't get too boring. I don't want to do that part. If injuries happen, the game will fix it for me. I don't have to go week by week. Let them do practice for me. Let them auto players for me. That should be good. Alright. Frank Reich. He's pretty decent at developing quarterbacks, I think. He did okay with Carson Wentz. Alright. So I have a very different style for how I want to build this defense. It's going to be somewhat similar. I'm going to fix the offensive line just a little bit, and then I'm going to move some guys around. I'm going to move Derek Brown back to defensive tackle. I just think he's a little bit better at preventing the run, and I think he's a little bit slower to have on the edge. I think having him as like a powerhouse down the middle would be a little bit better. I believe Washington released Andrew Norwell, so we could do a reunion with Andrew Norwell. That could be kind of interesting if he's still here. Yeah, we'll do an Andrew Norwell reunion. We'll bring him back to Carolina. Carson Wentz is also a free agent. We can bring him and Frank Reich back together. He'll play behind Bryce Young. Okay. I have a couple of interesting targets I have for this team. First, let's go fix up the offensive line a little bit. I want to go get an offensive lineman. I think Will Hernandez gets the job. What do they want for Will Hernandez? They want picks. That's fair. I envision we'll be a good team. We don't have our first round pick, so I don't mind bargaining, a this year third and a future fourth. Throw in our sixth for this year too. Cool. So we get some immediate offensive line help. I like that start. Next, I want to go get us an additional receiver. To kind of speed up the development of Bryce Young. I think I like the idea of going to get Jerry Jeudy. In my mind, that's like that's one of those guys where it's like, we've heard over the years some mumble that he could get traded, and nothing guaranteed, of course. We will have to pay him, but pairing him up with Adam Thielen, DJ Chark, and also young Jonathan Mingo, that could work out for the future. They say they have no offers. I say I have tons of offers. I actually have planned to get rid of Brian Burns because he only has 1 year left on his deal. And I think I want to make this defense a little bit different anyway. So I wouldn't mind trading Brian Burns in a trade, but I might save him for the next player I want and then use picks to go get Jerry Jeudy. So let me go do that first. I want to put another good defensive tackle next to Derek Brown, and the guy I have in mind is Deron Payne. I think we could also make this swap and give them a fair trade back. So they'd be getting Brian Burns. They'd be getting another really good defender to fit their defensive mold as a team. We get the D tackle we want, and I think we can even get some draft picks out of it that we could use for the Jerry Jeudy trade. I'm not sure how much value Brian Burns has to them, so we're going to just kind of overvalue it first and then evaluate afterwards. But yeah, we could definitely use those 2 seconds and 2/3 to go get to try to go get Jerry Jeudy afterwards. We don't need Andy Dalton. We picked up Carson Wentz. We can throw a multitude of guys into this trade. He only has 1 year left on his deal. We'll just chuck him in. They only have 600K. Okay, we can only give up 600K. Do we have a guy on our team that's worth only 600K? Yeah, probably not. Well, that's okay. Yeah, there's not many guys in the league that are only worth 600K. That's okay. So we'll just take some less picks back. We might be able to get away with just giving them a 7th. Okay, make it a 6th. Do we have a deal? No, we have to add in a 7th. Okay. We'll add in our next year 7th. So a 6th, a 7th, and Brian Burns for Deron Payne, a 2nd and 2/3. We have Frankie Louvu. For the way we're planning on making our defense, that actually, to me, makes a lot of sense for a trade. We get rid of a guy on an expiring deal, we get a defensive tackle on a multi-year deal, and get multiple picks, which now we can use at least. So we picked up an additional 2nd and 2/3. We can use one of those thirds with more to go get Jerry Jeudy. So I think that trade made sense for that reason. If I was to give up my this year 2nd, we always have plenty of next year picks that we can use to trade back into the draft. So I wouldn't mind trading Jerry Jeudy and trading a 2nd for Jerry Jeudy and some picks later in the future. Okay, so we can't get a 3rd, but can we get these with Jerry Jeudy? Maybe those. How about that? Jerry Jeudy, a 6th and a 7th for a 2nd. Fair enough. Alright. No, we don't want to rebuild our stadium. We've had that stadium for 27 years apparently, so we want to keep it nice and in shape for the fans. Okay. Still have a few more trades to make, but Will Hernandez, Andrew Norwell, Taylor Moton. We have Ian Thomas, Tommy Tremble. Hayden Hurst will come back from injury soon. We have a nice receiving core. Running back core looks good. We can swap Andy Dalton out. Let's make a few more adjustments to our defensive line. The defensive end position looks a little weak. Yater Gross-Matos seems to not be an ideal guy in pass coverage, so let's move him to defensive end. He can play our left end position. And Frankie Louvu can be our prestige pass rusher. So we can move him to right end. I think this team has a lot of capable defenders at the defensive back position. Maybe we can move some of those guys as well to fix up our linebacker core. I'm gonna say maybe we move Justin. Maybe we move Justin Houston to. We keep him at left outside linebacker. Maybe we move Deion Jones to the outside linebacker. And maybe we can move a run support safety to Mike linebacker. That seems like that might be a good idea. So move Deion Jones to the outside. And then, okay, Dante Jackson. Yeah, we have Henderson. We have Troy Hill. We have a lot of guys at corner. Jeremy Hill he was playing, I believe he was playing free safety beforehand. So I don't think it'd be a big deal if we move him to middle linebacker. He's used to delivering hard hits. It should work out pretty good. So we have the linebacker position. We have our DBs. Well, that still says loading, but okay. We have our 2 D tackles I want. I like the way our defensive edge looks. Okay. We have a 56-man roster. We're going to go get rid of some of the guys we don't plan on keeping, whether it's picking up some draft picks or trading for someone else. And then we can go into free agency, round up our team, and then see how we look year one. I didn't know Andy Dalton had a 2-year deal, so maybe we can move him next year instead. So maybe Carson Wentz wasn't really needed, but that's okay. Johnny Hacker's on a 2-year deal. Eddie Pinero's on a 2-year deal. Safety, we look good. Corner, we'll have to address later. We can trade Sam Webb. We can trade these 3 dudes. Send them to Buffalo for a 5th round pick. There we go. I'm sold. Yeah, we'll fill out our roster come time when we're done with the trades. I'll keep Carson Wentz for now. That looks good. Yeah, another D tackle might be useful. Thurman, we'll let go of Thurman. Multi-year deals on you guys. Multi-year deal on you. Calvin only has 1 year left. We'll get rid of J.J. Henson. We'll bring in a new tight end. So Hayden Hurst will come back. We'll still have Tommy Tremble and Ian Thomas. Kind of want Jonathan Mingo to get better, so maybe we'll move on from LaVisca Chenault as well. And maybe we'll pick up a different running back for Raheem Blackshear. Dang. Alright. We'll get a 6 and 7 from the Bengals. Where do we send LaVisca Chenault? A good team for LaVisca Chenault, in my opinion, is maybe the Packers. A team that gets, like, another young receiver, but who's, like, kind of a veteran. Kind of fits the model for what they could use for the development of Jordan Love. I think he's worth a future 3rd. Sounds good to me. Cool. We'll get some picks for LaVisca Chenault. A few more guys to move around, and then we'll kind of just fill out our team with some free agents, and then we'll send them the first year. Clearly, we don't really have much draft picks, so this wouldn't be a big year for us unless we want to trade into the draft. And if we do trade into the draft, it would be the late 1st round. I mean, if this team stays healthy, we could be a sneaker team, could be a wild card team. Okay. Yeah, no. Offensive linemen with multi-year deals should probably stay. Just in case we run into a cap situation, which I don't think we will, but just in case. Alright, and then after this, we can sign 7 players to the roster. So we'll send them to the Cardinals. For 3rd, 4th, and 6th. Just kidding. Just the 4th. Yeah, just the 4th. Okay. Now, the 7 players we add, we should add some depth to the linebacker position, an extra D tackle, an extra O lineman, things like that. We also need another running back to replace Raheem Blackshear. We have Chuba Hubbard, so we don't really need a lot of running backs. We just kind of need a depth guy. And we also have Miles Sanders, so... If we could find someone who could be a power back, but who's not, like, too expensive, someone like Benny Snell could be useful. Where, like, when you need a guy to just power it in, but, like, he doesn't need to be utilized all the time. That could be a good one. We don't need a tight end because Hayden Hurst is going to come back. If we just need an O-lineman for 1 year, we could bring Matt Paradis back to the... You can bring him back to the Panthers. That's an option. Jordan Willis. I think Jordan Willis would be a good pickup. We can still pick up 4 more players. I think a D tackle and a Mike linebacker should be in that group. Young Thomas Booker. We'll bring in young Thomas Booker. Okay. For depth at the linebacker position, maybe we bring in someone like Jayon Brown could be good. We can bring in an extra corner. Our safety position is relatively fixed. We have Xavier Woods already, so we don't need the best corner on the market, just a guy who can fill into our roster. I feel like Bryce Callahan's a good guy to add to a Panther-style roster. We'll add Bryce Callahan. And then we'll add an additional linebacker. We'll add Anthony Barr. Now this looks like a team that can do some competing at the very least. If we miss the playoffs, it's fine. Yeah, we don't have our pick. Bears have our first round pick, so look at the mock draft. If anyone looks semi-interesting, then at most we'll trade up to pick 20. I don't see us having the pieces to trade up much higher than pick 20, unless I want to give up a lot. But I don't think I really want to give up a lot to trade into the draft this year. I think we have a good core of young players already. We'll do the upgrades. Jeremy Chin and Dante Jackson. Work on your field general. Just so he also works on like his tackling stuff too. That way he's not just playing pass coverage. Dante Jackson's a perfectly fine corner. I know he plays pretty well. You have a rookie QB. What's your expectations? Yes, Frank Reich. What are your expectations of Bryce Young? Great performance. Show flashes. No expectations. Against the Falcons. Show flashes. He's a rookie. You shouldn't expect a great performance, but you would hope that he plays a good brand of football at the very least. Opening day keys. Offense or defense? Probably our defense. Hmm. We're facing Desmond Ritter, but Bijan though. Stop Bijan. All right. Let's just play with the depth chart a little bit. So we bring in Matt Paradis. Hayden Hurst is back. Jerry Chudy's already hurt, I guess. He'll be back in a week. He's out with Turf Town. Okay. We have a superstar left tackle in Ikem Okongwu. Nasty streak. As he gets better, he'll get more. He'll get more traits. He's our hometown hero right there. Ooh, 12-5. Yeah, 12-5 season is that's pretty good. All right, let's see. We go 12-5, make the playoffs. That's awesome. What kind of stats we put up? We're the 16th best offense, 16th best coach too, 4th best defense. Bryce Young has a pretty good rookie season, 27 touchdowns, 13 picks, 72% completion rating on his passes. Miles Sanders, 1,142 yards, 8 touchdowns. Chuba, Bryce Young used his legs a little bit. Benny Snell, power some into the end zone. Not a lot of yards per carry, but helpful in the end zone, I'm assuming. Adam Thielen's our 1,000-yard receiver. Jerry Chudy gets involved. Hayden Hurst gets involved. DJ Chark gets some catches. Not bad. Jonathan Mingo didn't get utilized much, but he did his job. Yeah, sack numbers could have been a little bit better. Jeremy Chin, our only 100 tackle player. That's pretty cool. Frankie Luvu with 11 sacks. Our defensive line got some pressure. We got some interceptions from our linebackers and our DBs. Eddie misses some kicks. And Johnny Hecker's our kicker. Who punts? Okay. Well, off to season 2. We're not going to play the first year at the playoffs. But next year, if we get to the playoffs, that's when we're going to start playing the games. Division rivalry game. How exciting. Oof. 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 Yep. Those are a lot of injuries. Well, those guys will be back. They'll be back next season, so we'll just wait for them to come back. We lose to the Falcons. Frank Reich gets an extension, and the Falcons go into the Super Bowl with the Bengals. Interesting. Very interesting. Alright, so our defense is good. We don't really want to hurt our defense. We want to try to keep as many of the players as we can. Offensively, we can afford to make some minuscule changes. I will just automate those. Let's get to the re-sign period. We'll see who we can bring back to the team. Alright, we'll take the option on JC Horn. Yeah, we'll pay Jeremy Chin. Okay, we'll let go of Matt for now. For now, we'll let go of Justin. Henry can go. Troy Hill for now, we'll let go of. Calvin for now, we can let go. Carson Wentz, we might go back for. Anthony Barr, we might go back for. Andrew Norwell, bring him back would be nice. It's going to be a one-year deal. We would like to play for any team, that's fine. We'll re-sign Yater Gross Matos. Yeah, we can actually probably get him cheaper than that. We'll wait on him. We'll wait on DJ Chark. Frankie Luvu. Try to bring him back. And we'll try to get those guys back a little bit cheaper so we can sign more talent to the roster. Alright, let's check out free agency. Tyron Smith, Austin Eckler, Tony Pollard. This team did just get Miles Sanders. We could do a Curtis Samuel reunion. That could be interesting. Odell, Marcus May, Mike Gesicki. Does this team need a tight end? No, they got Hayden Hurst. Alright. So we have Miles Sanders. We're good at running back for now. We did just lose DJ Chark. So we have Thielen, Judy. So we have a good route runner, a good deep ball guy. We could use a guy who is fast and speedy like Curtis Samuel. We could use a guy like him. I'll throw him a contract. Gerald Everett would be a cool tight end, but well, no, you'd just be a cool tight end. And our offense was the thing that wasn't as good. So let's try to bring in Gerald Everett too if we can. I would like to bring back Andrew Norwell, just not on that contract. Yeah, I'm gonna under offer his contract just a little bit. Calais Campbell would be interesting. He is 38, but he would be interesting. Yeah, linebacker is going to be a need for us. Hmm. We have Jimmy Chin already. Drew Tranquil couldn't hurt. Deion Jones. So paying linebackers is going to have to be a thing we do. We could add Marcus Peters. We can only make 2 more offers right now. The linebacker position is going to be interesting. If we go grab Bobby Wagner, I'm interested in grabbing Bobby Wagner. And then I can bring back Deion Jones. Yeah, we'll go back for Deion Jones as well. I think those are good targets. I think they're all reasonable offers I gave too. And then we'll go back for Gross Matos only has one other offer, so I think we can get something like this. Yeah, we're his highest offer. We could throw one more offer. Wait, Austin Eckler goes to the Eagles, and so is Grant Delpit. Well, that's peculiar. That's a little peculiar, I would say. I lost quite a bit of corners. Do we give a chance to Eli Apple? Then we could. Also just bring back CJ Henderson. Doesn't seem like he wants too much money. Give him a 3-year deal. Okay. Gross Matos might leave me for the Bears. Well, not the move I was expecting, but okay. Pollard to the Vikings. Did not see that coming. Yep, definitely a little bit peculiar. Well, if we're gonna lose Gross Matos, then we gotta figure something out there. Could add Cesar Ruiz. That's an option. Could really beef up that O-line. I didn't give him the best contract though. Well, maybe I did. No, I did not. Well, we'll see who signs. Okay. That was a little funny. My audio just went blank for a second. Okay, I'm back now. Targeted. Okay, so I targeted all these guys. Come on, Andrew. Andrew. I'm his only offer, and he's still thinking about it. Oh, let's just look around the league. Tyron Smith goes to the Detroit Lions. That's interesting. Austin Eckler helps the Eagles become a super team. Tony Pollard goes to the Vikings. So the Lions and Eagles sign a lot of guys. Raiders get a new quarterback. Titans play the let's get a bunch of decent player role. You know, they get Desmond King, Noah Fant, and Taylor Lewan. Falcons do the same thing, get 4 guys back to back. Vikings get Cesar Ruiz or Kaisar Ruiz. Kenneth Murray to the Texans. That just feels like that makes sense. Christian Fulton to the Rams. That also feels like that makes sense. You take Russ Montos leaves me to go get more money from the Bears. Understandably so. Vikings get their new quarterback. Interesting. So now I need an edge rusher for sure. I brought back Andrew Norwell, so at least the O-line's not the worst problem now. Or at least I should bring back Andrew Norwell fairly soon. Where it's only offer, so I can imagine we'll win that one. So Austin Corbett is back. Andrew Norwell can move to center. Will Hernandez can play right guard. Martin can play right tackle. So the O-line's fine. We have a 2-headed monster at tight end. Adam Thielen's a star. Jonathan Mingo's a superstar now. And we have Curtis Samuel, so receiving core is in check. The running back duo is in check. Superstar quarterback's good. Deion Jones is still one of our linebackers. We can move Wagner to the outside linebacker. Thompson can play the middle linebacker. We still have Von Bell and Xavier Woods. We have J.C. Horn, who's actually going to play. Dante Jackson, we bring back C.J. Henderson. The 2 D tackles are here. So really our big problem is defensive end. We're lacking thereof an edge rusher. Andrew Norwell and an edge rusher. Do we want to try to draft an edge rusher? We can trade into the draft. John Hood, probably not the most ideal move for me. And quarterback, D tackle, right tackle. Any defensive end and or linebacker that speaks to me. Tyrone Bailey. Interesting. Yeah, it doesn't seem like there's a lot. Doesn't seem like there's many guys who would be worth trading up for. But maybe we'll trade into like the 2nd or 3rd round. Get a rookie. Potentially he could fit our team. Oops. Whoopsie daisy. Okay. We're gonna get rid of Andy Dalton. Get rid of Spencer Brown. And we're gonna cut ties with Pokey Wilson. We'll send them to the Chiefs. Chiefs can have a backup quarterback. But you guys don't love Andy Dalton. He's great. Red Rocket's amazing. Alright. So we'll try to just clear up a little bit more cap space so we can make a move for an additional edge rusher. But we'll also just try to see if we can trade up and get a better draft pick too. Well, the Bears got the 27th pick from me. So we have a 4th and 2 fifths to try to use to trade either into the 2nd round or into the early 3rd round. I wouldn't mind trading for this pick if possible. It doesn't seem like it's going to be very easy, though. I don't think we need the 1 year Terrence Marshall. I don't need an extra kicker. You get rid of one of these tight ends, probably Ian Thomas. Oh, we'll trade him to a team that does have cap space then. You know, Buccaneers, maybe we can do business. Oh, probably not, but try it anyway. Oof, so close. Oof, so close again. Yeah, how about the Colts? It feels like a lot to give up for this trade. Take out Terrence Marshall. Okay. So we gave up a fourth, 2/5, a tight end, and a backup kicker to get into the third round. A bit of an overpay by me, but it's okay. Alright, now we're going to try to trade into the second round. I don't need Matt. We don't need... And then we'll do this. And then we'll try to... Can we get a 6th round pick from the Bears? Cool. And then we're going to try to trade into the second round, and then whatever second round pick we can get, we're only going to get 1 pick in the draft anyway, so maybe we'll just use a 3rd round pick actually. We just need an edge rusher. Whether he ends up being depth or our main edge rusher will become a question. I'm not entirely sure yet. Because we might be able to trade for an edge rusher. We do have draft picks, so. Yeah, I mean, we could add a third back to the team. Not the biggest need right now, but it is an option. So we can bring back Andrew Norwell again. Rashawn Evans can play edge rusher because he can get out to the quarterback and be dipped into coverage. Dorrance Armstrong, he's an option. Irv Smith, that's an offensive option. We can have 10 negotiations. Zach Ertz, I do like Zach Ertz, but he doesn't fit this team style. Calais Campbell wants a deal. He hasn't retired yet. A one more time move for Calais Campbell. Yeah, why not? He signed with the Falcons. If he doesn't retire this year, then I'm sure if he went one more time, he wants to win the division, so we'll make a move for Calais Campbell. We'll try to bring back Anthony Barr on a cheap deal. Safety, corner. Justin Evans is not bad. Yeah, Justin Evans is not bad. I will happily take me a Justin Evans. Alright, let's see. Does anybody take our contract offers? Mostly Andrew Norwell and Calais Campbell, but does anyone else take it? Oh, that was my third evaluation period. Oops. Okay. I think we signed most of them. The offense looks good. The defense looks pretty decent as well. Alright, so Andrew Norwell does sign. So we can move, Will Hernandez to center. So we have Norwell at left guard. Corbett at right guard. We have Icky at left tackle. Juan at right tackle. We have Gerald Everett and Hayden Hurst. Jonathan Mingo, Adam Thielen, Curtis Samuel, and Jerry Jeudy. Chuba Hubbard and Miles Sanders. We can sign a third running back when the offseason ends. Same thing with a backup quarterback. Probably go back for Carson Wentz. Wagner is actually going to play left outside linebacker. Actually, what kind of season did Deion Jones have at outside linebacker? 70 tackles, 2 picks, 3.5 sacks. I'm going to let you play left outside linebacker. Yep, we're going to do that instead. And then Bobby Wagner is going to switch to the right outside linebacker. So the option is do we move Jeremy Chin back to corner, or do we keep Jeremy Chin here, and then move Thompson to left outside linebacker? That's what I'm not 100% sure yet. Cause I'm pretty sure Jeremy Chin had a pretty decent year at Mike linebacker. 107 tackles, 2 picks, half a sack. If we run into injuries, we'll probably move him back, but for now, we'll move him into corner again. We'll keep the corner trio together. The J.C. Horn, Jeremy Chin, and Dante Jackson. That looks good. Yeah, that looks pretty good. Calais Campbell plays left end, and then with our third round pick, we'll get a depth guide, and then we'll go into free agency, pick up a few extra backup players for our depth chart. Unless we were to draft a running back in the third round, that's also an option. If we draft a running back, we want to get a power back. So we'll draft BPA in the third round. I'm not sure who the best player available in the third round will be, but we'll come to that conclusion when we get there. Alright. Third round, pick 20. We could draft a corner. Ooh. line depth always comes in handy. Hmm. Safety depth, corner depth, O-line depth. Huh. Doesn't seem like there's too much value to be made in the third round right now. There probably is, plenty of sleeper players, but without any knowledge of who's going to be good, I think I'm going to take a shot at either... I'll put this linebacker. Be pursued. He seems decent, but I'm gonna take a risk and take Alexander Knight, because we know we have a lot of aging at the offensive line. I think he's my option. Ooh. Hidden development, I'll take that. So we traded a fourth, 2 fifths, and Ian Thomas and a backup kicker to draft a hidden development center in the third round. That's what we did. The 71 overall. I mean, that's pretty good for a third round pick. That's pretty good. We only drafted one guy, but it's fine. The best guy in the draft was the 5th pick of the draft. He's a quarterback. He was a really good corner. He was picked 8. There was a 2nd round pick who was a corner. He was pretty good. There's a D tackle who was the last pick. He was pretty good. We had round 3, pick 20. There were better players. There was Hugh Spearman, who was a power back, which was a element of need for us in a way. We might call up the Giants, see if we can work for a trade for him. He was picked in the 4th round, so he was someone who we could have picked with our round 3, pick 20. Anyone else? Our player was a 71, so. Was anyone picked? There was a player in the 5th round who was a 73 overall receiver. That's pretty good. Picked a few picks after my guy was that corner I was looking at. He was a 74. Another good power back in Thomas Bonds. The Giants and Cardinals. Giants and Cardinals. Okay. We'll call them up for those running backs. See what they want in return. Because if we're able to snag one of those running backs, I'd be interested. Snag a rookie running back, make him my power back. I'd have some interest. I mean, if we can't, we can't. But if we can, I'd be down. Cardinals. What do you want for that running back? You want a 2nd round pick, a 5th, and a 7th. You want way too much for a guy who drafted in the 4th round. Okay. That might just be because he's hidden development, though. If I go to the Giants, I don't think they want as much. Let's take a look. Giants running back Hugh Spearman. Oh, they want Derek Brown? Yeah, that's not happening. Let's try to orchestrate getting some cap space. Let's restructure some contracts so we can, can I restructure your contract to save a little money? Cool. This will free up 8 mil in cap space. Yes, let's do that. With our 8 mil in cap space, we'll go pick up some free agents. We'll go pick up Carson Wentz to back up Bryce Young. We'll pick up a power back. Maybe there's like a rookie power back who can get picked up. We can bring Matt Corral back to the Panthers. Is Carson Wentz even here? Carson Wentz. Okay, he either retired or somebody picked him up, so different route. We'll go for Matt Corral instead. Well, the Panthers in real life got rid of him, but we'll bring him back to the roster. I'm a better GM, I guess. Zeke has an elusive back. That's interesting. Ooh, Samaje Perrine's nice. Zach Moss is nice. There's some decent power backs here. I wonder if there's any rookie power backs that went past in the draft. Let me see. Nope, that's an elusive back. Okay. Well, we tried. Did I just see Craig Reynolds? Oh, the Lions fan in me likes Craig Reynolds. But we need a power back. That's more so the need of our team right now. We just had Benny Snell. Gus Edwards would be interesting. Let's go grab Gus Edwards. We can still add 3 more players to the team. Keel Harry's interesting. Dante Pettis. Dante Pettis would make a lot of sense. Just in case we get injuries, we'll add Dante Pettis. For defensive tackle depth, we'll take Raekwon Davis. As a backup safety, we'll add there's actually some relatively decent safeties. We're gonna take Nick McLeod. We'll take him as a backup safety, backup corner. More so a linebacker if we needed. We'll take. We'll take the rookie Max Kilpatrick. We'll add him to our team. We'll do that. So we did pick up one extra guy. That's fine. I think we have a good enough roster to make the playoffs. So we'll sim week by week. We'll stop at the trade deadline. Make any moves if we have to. If not, then we go another season rebuilding. We've got 2 players. This linebacker can go. Oh, and Kevin Harris will move him to the practice squad. I'm expecting to be a good team, so I might swap my first round pick with another team. I might try to swap first. Are there any injuries listed for any team? Well, Max Crosby's only out a week. That's not any major. Is there any team that's losing like a major powerhouse, like early on? Gregory Rousseau for 4 weeks. I mean, the Broncos in general existing. Kelsey comes back in a week. He can come back in a week. Maybe we'll wait a week or 2 before we make any moves. Yeah, we'll wait like 2 weeks, and then we'll check out injuries. So by week 3, we'll look to swap our pick. Jesse Bates is an X factor. That's fun. How do you beat the Falcons? It's probably our defense. Once again, we gotta stop Bijan. But that's probably not gonna happen. So we'll say disrupting the pass because that's the part where we'll actually probably beat them. Is their pass game? We probably won't beat their run game so easily. Let's adjust the lineups real quick. Yeah, team's looking nice. Yeah, the team does look pretty solid. Icky, I still think only has that one. Oh, he also now has post up, which is cool. Let's give him. No, I'll give him puller elite, and post up. We have this rookie 3rd round center who can play minutes if we get any injuries. Double tight ends. Bring in Gus Edwards. Jonathan Mingo is a superstar now, so let's try to get him utilized. I'm going to try to see if I can make him our return man. Let him go off as our return man. Okay, well, he's not even our return man, so that makes no sense what I just did. So yeah. Make sure he keeps his stamina up. We'll do that. Jeremy Chin in the slot? Yeah, why not? Our power back remain Gus Edwards. Elusive back Miles Sanders. Our slot receiver. I feel like it's weird that it's. I feel like our slot receiver should actually be Curtis Samuel. So I'm gonna fix that. But apart from that, this looks pretty much where I'd expect it to be. Depth chart. I'll make Curtis Samuel our slot receiver. I just think with his quickness and speed, it just kind of makes a little bit more sense. There you go. Okay. So by week 3, we'll try to chuck our pick. I mean, we started off with a win versus the Falcons, but now we have to face the Chiefs, which is a very difficult matchup, for sure. I mean, yeah, beating the Chiefs is not an easy matchup for sure. But the rest of our schedule shouldn't be too bad. Alright, after week 3, we'll assess trying to make some trades. Hopefully we're not bad. Yeah, I mean, we're the only 2-1 team in our division. That's good. Bryce Young check in, keep airing it out, strive for balance. We're facing the Chargers, so air it out's probably the best advice I can give you against the Chargers is more so probably throwing the ball. But then again, running the ball's effective. Alright, we're 2-1. Let's look to swap picks with somebody. Who's bad? Who's bad? Hmm. Browns, Texans, Seahawks, Bears. Okay. Do any of those teams have any massive injuries that would lead them to being worse, I guess? Or does any other team in that situation? Packers, Lions lose Penny Sewell for 5 weeks. You lose Travis Etienne for 6 weeks. Unless the Jags are an option. Those are only 1 week injuries. Kenny Moore. No Cortland Sutton and no Jerry Jeudy for the Broncos. Perhaps the Broncos are a team to trade with. They already got Yatir Gross-Matos injured. So far the Broncos feel right. Alright. So we should look to switch, swap picks with the Broncos. I don't think the Broncos even... I don't think their pick is even deemed that bad even. Yeah, it's deemed pick 26. That's higher than my pick. So maybe I get multiple picks out of them. Two-thirds. So we swap first this year and I get 2/3. Alright, let's do it. Because I project us in an upward direction and the Broncos in a downward direction. So that's why we made that swap. The 4-0 Packers. Interesting. It's good to know that even when we don't have the best game passing, we can still come out of it with a victory. You know what, Bryce? I like that too. Your entire team has earned 2,500 XP. Oh, awesome. Big upgrades. Big upgrades indeed. Yeah, Bryce Young's gonna get better. Cool. I think Bryce Young unlocks a new ability as well. Because now he's an 80 overall, right? Pretty sure he just did. Gusty Scrambler and Sideline Deadeye. Yeah, sounds about right. Thielen goes down, so Mingo will get more play time. If we ever get an injury, Alexander Knight can always step in. D-line's looking good. DBs are playing good. Team looks good. This team is solid all around, I would say. We take our first loss. It's to the Packers. Comes with an injury. We lose Miles Sanders for the regular season. We lose Miles Sanders. If we lose this game to the Buccaneers, we will look to go get another running back. Yep. Okay, we need a running back. What running back's on the market? Don't know. We have 2 mil. We have 2 mil to work with. What decent running back can we get with 2 mil? Well, we can always make more cap space, but... You know, the Steelers are having a relatively rough time with Najee Harris. I don't think it would be the most unrealistic thing for them to look to trade him. We probably swap Chuba Hubbard. I mean, Gus Edwards in this deal. I'm willing to trade Terrence Marshall. And then we'll start trading draft picks. How about a future second? A fifth, third. Another third round pick that we got in the swap of first round picks. And then a future fifth round pick? Future fourth round pick. Okay. 2/3, a second, a fourth, Terrence Marshall, Gus Edwards for Najee Harris. Bit of a questionable trade, but I think that's one of those when now decisions we make. The Steelers in real life, struggling, don't have much of a run game. If they really wanted to blow ship, they could. So I think we're going to take the initiative and just make that move happen. Leapfrog, reached for it. He can have goal line back, you know. Make sure the O-line is helping him score. Alright. Hopefully that was a win now move that works out for us. Because if not, we're going to trade deadline 4 and 3. So we beat the Falcons last time though. But now we don't have Miles Sanders, so yeah, we take an L for that. That stinks. The Falcons and Saints are both 5 and 2. We just have to keep winning. Yeah, that's the opposite of winning. Alright, we're facing a 2-7 Seahawks team. Facing a division rival. Breakout running back. Ooh. Maybe I'll play just so I can get the breakout running back. Oh, Chuba Hubbard. Get Chuba Hubbard 2 touchdowns. I don't think Chuba Hubbard's getting 2 touchdowns, buddy. No, we have Najee Harris. I don't think so, but if I can jump into this game to help us assure a playoff berth, I will. But I'm not guaranteeing anything. Dante Jackson out for 7 weeks. Hayden Hurst out for 5 weeks. Oh, and Najee Harris is out for a week. Oh. That's not a very ideal situation. That's not at all ideal, actually. Yep. Oh, we won. I don't think Chuba Hubbard ran all over him, did he? How about that game? I've always thought Chuba was a serious back. Oh. Chuba Hubbard now has star development. Well, there you go. Well, to be fair, we lost Miles Sanders and Najee Harris. Well, now he's back, of course, but that's interesting. We have the #1 offense in terms of scoring. That's awesome. Plus morale, minus awareness, plus XP, plus awareness, minus stamina. Team bonding. Let's increase morale. We should be we seem to be a near playoff team. Morale should be our saving grace because we need at least 2 wins. We don't want Calais Campbell to get injured before he even gets to make the playoffs. That wouldn't be fun. Alright, we're 8 and 4. We lost this team last time. I won't play the entire game, however, I will watch the play-by-play, and if there's any chance to jump in and win the game, I will. If there isn't, I won't. That simple. Thursday Night Football, sponsored by Amazon. Alright, let's see. We are the #1 scoring offense in the league. It's just what I found out. So scoring shouldn't be the problem. Playing defense is probably what the problem's going to be. True. Bryce Young, 2 touchdowns and a pick. Najee Harris, 65 yards and a touchdown. Chuba Hubbard, 23 yards and a touchdown. Hey, not bad. Okay, we're doing something special here. A trench boost? Yeah, I think we could probably use a trench boost. The amount of sacks you allow. Something about not allowing sacks will help XP. Alright, we gotta win at least one of these next 4 games. At least one. More preferably, but we're currently on top of the division, so let's hope we don't mess that up. We don't have fear of the Commanders, however, any game you can lose, but I don't think we specifically have fear of them themselves. Yeah, I mean, back-to-back games are fine. Not allowing sacks has increased your players by 10,000 XP. That's fantastic. Alright, upgrade. Icky with +2, yeah. Offensive lineman got plus 10,000, so most of my offensive linemen will be getting a lot better. Icky gets a big upgrade. He goes up 2 overall. Our rookie center goes up 2 overall. We'll probably look to play him. In these last 2 games. We'll play him as our starting center. How long is Hayden Hurst out for? He's out for 2 weeks, so he'll be back. He'll be back for the playoffs. Miles Sanders will also be back for the playoffs, I'm assuming. Yep, he's out for another week. So he'll be back for the playoffs. Jonathan Mingo, he'll be back for the playoffs as well. So a lot of guys coming back for the playoffs, which is good. Defense is doing the best they can. We lost Dante Jackson. I think he'll be back in the playoffs too. Lost J.C. Horn and Dante Jackson. That's rough. Gonna move Nick McLeod to 3rd corner. Alright. If we can win at least one of these games, we can more so guarantee our playoff spot, even though I think we'll get one regardless. We beat the Broncos, which is good. We have their pick, so the more losers they have, the better. And we swapped picks. We know we're better than the Broncos. We go 12-4. I mean, wait, yeah, it's not a 16-game season anymore. We still have one more game. Next, Kilpatrick, that young guy. If we win this game, do we get the bye? Important question. If we win this game, I think we get the bye. Okay. So we really want to beat the Raiders. I will not play, but I will jump in if it's a close game and if you're telling me I can get the bye. Because that's one less playoff game I have to play when I play the playoffs. I meant to go to jump forward. Alright, so the first quarter, we got a field goal. Looks like we're in position to score again pretty quickly. They eventually score. It looks like they're going to score again. Yeah, let me try an offensive drive here. We'll let Judy do a streak. We'll try to look for Curtis Samuel. Ow. That was inbounds. That was a crazy catch. I didn't realize that was inbounds. Ooh, Hayden Hurst is back too. Ooh, Jerry Judy touchdown. Kirk Cousins throws the away. Jones makes 7 reception. They give it back to us. Cool. Let me see if I can get us in field goal range. Thielen, Judy, Samuel. Thielen, Judy, Samuel. Oop. Okay, well, I forgot. Let's see what they do around. Incomplete, intended for Thielen. Najee Harris for 3 yards. They punt it back. Uh-oh. 5-yard penalty against defense. Parham. Away. 1 yard by Jacobs. We get the ball back with 15 seconds. That's just enough time for a deep shot. Yeah. It was better. I just didn't throw an interception to lose the momentum in that game. Oh, receive. 100% receive. And you have to elect to defend. I chose to receive, so. The Raiders elect to defend, yeah. Alright, let's just watch the play-by-play. What happens here? They punted 30 yards. Bryce Young gets 2. 8-yard reception to Curtis Samuel. Max Crosby knocks the pass away. 25-yard pass to Jerry Judy. 16-yard Bryce Young pass to Miles Sanders for 16 yards. Interesting. To Everett for 8 yards. Bryce Young to Curtis Samuel for 6 yards. Nice 2-yard run. 2-yard gain. Pass thrown away. We take a field goal. So if the Raiders don't score here, then we win. Minus 3 yards. That's an 11-yard pass. That goes back. That's a 19-yard reception. Kirk Cousins sacked for 6 yards. Kirk Cousins pass to Devontae for 9. They have to go for it. They get it. It's a 7-yard run. Bryce Young pass knocked out. And then we win. Okay. So you win if you get double field goals? Did not know that. That's cool. So Bryce Young with 314 yards, 2 touchdowns, no picks. Kirk Cousins throws a pick. Miles Sanders has 74 yards on 20 rushes. Josh Jacobs, 15 rushes, 82 yards and a touchdown. Samir White gets a touchdown on us as well. Najee Harris could have ran the ball a little bit better. Jerry Jeudy, 7 receptions for 120. I think we just secured a bye. Oh, they allowed sacks for days, yeah. 2 sacks for Frankie Luvu, a sack and a half for Deion Jones, sack and a half for Max Crosby, sack for Bobby Wagner, sack for Tyree Wilson. Yep. We missed 2 field goals during the game, but we made 2 more during overtime, so I guess that saves us, I guess. 3 for 5 for taking that game. Interesting. Hey, I'll take it. And that should get us the bye. That should get us the bye. And we get the bye. We were the number 1 scoring offense, the number 6 passing offense, the number 7 rushing offense, 11th defense in terms of allowing points per average, the 6th best passing defense, and the 2nd best rushing defense. Our rookie Alexander Knight gets even better. He was our 3rd round pick. And we'll sim to the following week. So we're going to be facing the Eagles. In part 2, we'll play the Eagles. I just want to get an idea of what happened. So round 1, Miami gets their rematch against the Bills, and Miami comes up victorious. The Steelers give us Najee Harris, and they become the 1st seed, so that's interesting. We traded picks with the Broncos, and they ended up being the 3rd seed. However, they lost in the 1st round of the playoffs to the Jets. So that's interesting. Titans and Bengals. The Titans winning, that rings a bell. Falcons beat the 49ers, so if they beat the Cowboys, then we'll have a division rivalry game. Eagles beat the Packers. The Saints. So all of us except for the Buccaneers made the playoffs. The Saints and Falcons. The Saints lost 1st round. I didn't have to play 1st round. Falcons win 1st round. If the Falcons lose 2nd round, then that means I get to play 3rd round. I'm either facing the Eagles, Cowboys, or Falcons. Well, actually it has to be the Cowboys or the Falcons because we're going to play the Eagles and hopefully beat them. So that's an interesting playoff picture. We know Frank Reich's our coach. He may or may not have won Coach of the Year. Let's find out. Let's look at the stats first. Bryce Young, 33 and 11. That's good. Najee Harris, 1,250 yards and 14 touchdowns. Chuba Hubbard had 10 touchdowns and got a development upgrade. Miles Sanders was out for most of the year, but he still made his mark. Bryce Young had some rushing yards as well. So did Tommy Tremble. Jerry Jeudy was a good receiver. Curtis Samuel was almost a 1,000-yard receiver. Gerald Everett got used. So did Adam Thielen. Najee Harris was useful. So was Jonathan Mingo. Okay. In terms of allowing sacks, more or less the same numbers. Lead tackler was Shaq Thompson. Sack leader was Bobby Wagner with 9.5. Frankie Luvu had 9. Derek Brown with 5. Deion Jones with 4. Deron Payne with 4. Shaq Thompson with 4. Decent sack numbers. 3 picks. 2 picks for J.C. Horn. Picks could have been better, but not too bad. Eddie Pinheiro missed 2 kicks in the very last game alone and only missed 4 all year. I think, apart from Coach of the Year, I think that's the only word we could have won. Yeah. So we win Coach of the Year. I wouldn't imagine we're really in the race to win any other award. And Jesse Bates wins Best DB, so we're going to have to play against him. That's going to be a problem. Alright, so quickly just looking at our roster. Our rookie center, we still don't know his development trait. We'll probably let him play. Although we are facing the Eagles, so maybe we want to just let him sit versus the competition. Miles Sanders is gonna get his revenge game. Yeah, Miles Sanders is going to get his revenge game against the Eagles for not paying him. Our defense still looks decent. Our DBs are healthy. So, for an episode 1, that's not bad at all. So, episode 2, we're going to face the Falcons, and we're going to play in the conference championship, and then we're going to get to the Super Bowl. And in the Super Bowl, we'll probably play a lot more offense and defense. We'll probably rush through the games a little bit when it comes to when it comes to the playoffs. So going 13-4 was good. We're gonna finish the Panthers rebuild in hopefully part 2. If not, we'll make part 3, which will be constantly fixing up the team until we get to the playoffs again, so we can get into that scenario again. And then we'll do the rest of the teams of the division. I tried to do the Saints recently. I struggled. I did the Falcons. It actually wasn't that hard to do the Falcons. I'm gonna redo it one more time though, just because I want to try a few new different ideas to see if they come out the same. But if not, I'll post the original one that actually won for me. So these are the settings I'm gonna play on in the playoffs. And yeah, that's it for me for now, and I'll be back in the next one. See ya.